All right, what a great end to our high school competition. For the first time since 1990, it has been a long drought for them. Montgomery Blair High School returns as our champion. Congratulations, guys. Last time they won a trip to Australia. We're not telling you yet where you're going this year. We'll tell you in just a few moments when we present the awards, but before that, a special treat this morning. We're honored to have the Deputy Secretary of the Department of Energy, Dr. Elizabeth Sherwood Randall, and here to properly introduce her is our guest moderator, who just brought you the visual questions, Dr. Adam Cohen. Dr. Cohen, come on up.
Well, good morning. Congratulations again to all the winners. So, Elizabeth Sherwood Randall has served as Deputy Secretary in the United States Department of Energy since 2014, October. In this capacity, she is the Chief Operating Officer overseeing a diverse workforce of more than 100,000 people at headquarters, national lab sites across the country, and at U.S. missions around the world. She has spent the majority of her career in public service and leadership roles, focusing on ensuring nuclear security and combating climate change. An additional priority, she has emphasized that DOE is lifting up the work of dedicated professionals across the enterprise. She seeks to inspire the next generation, such as what you see here in this room, to tackle hard problems and contribute meaningfully to the national security and economic strength of the United States and its allies and partners. She has a background working in the Obama administration, the Clinton administration, and has served at both Stanford University and Harvard University, as well as the Council on Foreign Relations. Please help me in welcoming Dr. Sherwood Randall to the stage.
Hello, everybody. I am so thrilled to be here. Thank you, Adam, for the warm introduction. I want to thank two outstanding women in science who lead our Department of Energy's Office of Science, Dr. Pat Damer, who's here today, and Dr. Cherry Murray. We appreciate so much what you do to make this possible. Secretary of Energy Moniz would have loved to be here today, but he is in Japan right now helping to prepare for President Obama to participate in the G7 Leaders Summit in Japan next month. So I got the opportunity to be with you instead to represent our department for this important award ceremony. Our sixth Secretary of Energy, Admiral Jim Watkins, established the High School Science Bowl back in 1991. So this is the 26th National Science Bowl for high school students and the 15th for middle school students. I know you've all been working through a weekend of very intense competition. And I want to stop and give a big round of applause to everybody who made your competition possible, for all the people from the Department of Energy's Office of Science and all the wonderful volunteers who participated. Thank you so much. And we also want to stop and thank all of the coaches and the mentors and the devoted parents who support all you brilliant young people in this important program. Thanks to you as well. We know that behind every one of you students, there are people who believe in you and help you to believe in yourselves and realize your dreams. I have to say that when I was in high school, it wasn't exactly a compliment to be called a nerd. But fortunately, things have changed. And in your generation, I see that it's a badge of honor. We want you to go out and spread this news because science and math are both fun and rewarding. You're the young men and women who will power our future. And we hope that you'll stick with STEM in college, as we heard a number of the competitors indicate they plan to do today, and think about making time in public service a part of your career paths. For example, our very cool Department of Energy depends heavily on scientists, engineers, mathematicians, and computer programmers to do our job. Secretary Moniz likes to say that the Department of Energy is the S&T powerhouse of our nation. And he says this for good reason. We have 17 national laboratories spread out all across our great country in lots of states like California and New Mexico, Illinois, Washington, Idaho, New York, and New Jersey. They are a unique American asset. There are amazing scientists and engineers working in our labs on pioneering research that helps keep us on the cutting edge of science and technology and ensures that we continue to compete successfully in the world economy. Some of it is what you might expect from people who work at a place called the Department of Energy. For example, scientists at our National Renewable Energy Lab in Golden, Colorado, are working on making more efficient solar panels and wind turbines so that we can get more energy from renewable sources and fight climate change. In Pittsburgh, our National Energy Technology Lab, scientists are researching ways to store carbon dioxide in underground rock formations. That was the subject of one of those questions, which could help us meet our clean energy goals while still using fossil fuels like coal and oil. And we're doing research with scientists all around the world to try to develop the science and technology that will allow us to harness fusion energy. But we're also doing some things you might not expect. At Oak Ridge National Lab in Tennessee, we made an electric Shelby Cobra sports car. It has really advanced features like wireless charging, and it's plug and play, so we can add new vehicle technologies easily to test them out. But we didn't build it in the usual way. Instead, we made it on a 3D printer in about 24 hours at our manufacturing demonstration facility. At our Lawrence Berkeley lab in California, we're working on technologies that could lead to a real-life invisibility cloak like Harry Potter's. We're also researching dark matter, working to make cyberspace more secure and ensuring that our nuclear weapons remain safe, secure, and effective to deter and defend against threats to the United States and our allies and partners around the world. I hope one day that you will consider bringing your energy, your ideas, and your dreams to the Department of Energy or a similar public institution. Young people like you can make a big difference for our country. So keep up the hard work and think about us when you're looking for an internship, a postdoctoral fellowship, or a job. We have a great website with lots of information on it at www.energy.gov. And for the young women scientists out there, I want to encourage you to look on that website at Women at Energy, where we have lots of profiles of remarkable women scientists who are pioneers in their fields. So I'm sure that you're interested in getting on with the awards ceremony. We're going to get started with that, and I just want to close by saying congratulations to all of the 116 teams that made it here to Washington this weekend. You have certainly earned that applause.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Sherwood Randall, and thank you for your endorsement of Nerd Power. And I stopped listening when I heard about Harry Potter's invisibility cloak. I want to see that happen. All right, we have our top 3 middle schools about to come up here. What are they going to win? Unfortunately, we do not have tickets to the smash Broadway musical Hamilton to give you, but we do have some very nice prizes. The 16 middle school teams that advanced the double elimination on Saturday will receive $1,000 for their school's science departments, and the top 3 teams that we're about to introduce will receive a trophy, individual medals, and certificates. First, to join us on stage, our 3rd place team, here in their 4th year of competition, hailing from Lexington, Kentucky. Would you please welcome the Jonas Clark Middle School team? Are you coming up? They're just shy, folks. They're being told to take their badges off for their photo op here with the Deputy Secretary. And that check that Dr. Cohen has, Dr. Cohen, is that a negotiable check? Let's hope so, for $1,000 and their trophy. Looking good there in their blue shirts. Congratulations to the Jonas Clark Middle School. Great job, everybody. Next up on stage, and we witnessed a virtuoso performance here in our middle school final. What a game they played. They have been here for 4 years as well, and they impress every time they come here. From Indianapolis, Indiana, the Sycamore School. Come on up, Sycamore. Nice job. Wonderful. Terrific. Great job. Wonderful. You bet. Again, a trophy to take back to Indianapolis, $1,000 for their science department, well earned. The paparazzi are out, indeed. All right. Now, after all the competition, after all of the middle schools, and then there was one. Yes, our champion this year, this is only their second year in competition. What debut performances they have had. Would you please welcome this year's 2016 Department of Energy Middle School Science Bowl champion, Joaquin Miller Middle School from San Jose, California. Good job. Congratulations. Good job. Thank you. That guy just blew past me. He didn't want to shake my hand. I didn't have the check.
Photo order, please. Photo order, please.
Okay. Let's get this right. Yes. Thank you. Good-looking group. Good job. And now the high school competition. We've watched it too. The past couple of days, you've gotten to know each other. The top 16 high schools will be receiving also $1,000 checks for their school science departments. And then the top 3 teams are, again, receiving a trophy, individual medals, and certificates. And this is a very interesting twist. Last year's middle school champion was Fort Settlement Middle School. And they are back this year as Clemens High School from Sugar Land, Texas. That same team is taking 3rd place. Would you please welcome from Texas, Clemens High School, 3rd place. And you guys know how to make an impression. This is their very first year here, and they're taking home 3rd place. Good job. Congratulations. Nice job. Congratulations to you. Looking good there in their green shirts. Congratulations, guys. And our top 2 teams, they're lining up over here. Great anticipation. In addition to the $1,000 and the certificate and also the trophy, what do we have for our 2nd place team? They are going on a 5-day science trip to Yellowstone and Grand Teton parks. Yes, indeed. A fully guided adventure tour of Great Salt Lake Park, Yellowstone National Park, and Grand Teton. Many adventures await them, including seeing Old Faithful, hiking the Continental Divide and taking a boat trip down the Snake River. I think we all would like to go with them. Would you please welcome an 11-year Science Bowl veteran, our second place team, Lynbrook High School from San Jose. Put her there. Good job. Thank you. Nice job, guys. Super.
Thank you.
You bet. I got to ask, does the monkey have a name? He brought you luck. Some big smiles, a well-deserved trophy. Our second place winner, Lynbrook High School. Great job. And our first place team, we just watched them. A wonderful performance. Where is our champion going? Well, they are getting $1,000 in the trophy and the medals and their certificates. They are taking a 9-day science trip. Last time you guys won, you went to Australia. This year, you are going to Alaska. Students will explore the Copper River Delta. I sound like I'm on The Price is Right here. Explore the Copper River Delta, known for its highly prized stocks and prolific runs of wild salmon. You're going to experience the mystical appeal of old-growth hemlock and spruce while hiking along the Chugach National Forest. You're going to go whitewater rafting. This sounds great. On the Sheridan River, and travel across the scenic Prince William Sound and the Orca Inlet, home to the world's largest population of sea otters. This is going to be the trip of a lifetime. You gave us a thrilling morning here and a thrilling weekend. For the first time since 1990, they're taking home the championship in their 14th year. Montgomery Blair from Silver Spring, Maryland. Put her there. Good job. Super. I'll shake your hand again. Good job. Thank you. Okay, Coach.
Is it going to be on the news tonight?
We don't know. We'll do our best.
You're welcome.
Do we need something, Jen?
Yeah, we need the Joaquin Miller team was supposed to stay up here for the grand photo.
Did we call them? We did.
Yeah, they were supposed to stay. So
Oh, okay.
we'll just hang tight with this team.
Okay.
So to
Say,
ask them to
have them stay?
Yes, they
Okay.
wait for the other one.
And Montgomery Blair, would you please stay on the stage for us, please? Would you stay right here? The what team? Okay, the four?
Just to wait.
Okay, the Westview team? Westview High School, could you please line up along the side over here, please? Would like you to move to this side. Westview High School. We hope you're still in the house. Would you line up to my left, along the side here? Okay, and we're waiting for Joaquin Miller, right? Wow, Joaquin Miller, they took their money and they went home. We need to have them come back here so we can give them a proper picture and a proper farewell. The Department of Energy Office of Science wants to thank, you've been thanked all morning and you can't be thanked enough for all you've done, all the coaches. As Dr. Randall mentioned, we couldn't do this without you. All the families, a lot of you that are here with your children, it's just been wonderful. All the hard work and support. I'd like to thank Pat Damer, Adam Cohen, Deputy Secretary Elizabeth Sherwood Randall for participating today and bringing that official imprimatur here that the U.S. government really cares about what has happened and it endorses all the hard work that you're doing. Sometimes you think you're laboring in anonymity. Not so. This proves that hard work, nerdism, if you will, can pay off. Special thank you to all the many volunteers who work year-round to make this event a success. And it looks like we had to tip them a little extra to come back here. Joaquin Miller is coming back to the stage. And now, before we dismiss, I'm going to bring Jan Tyler back up here. She has some parting remarks here. And I know some directives about what's going to happen to get you to lunch, to get you to the restroom, and to get you finally to the airport to get you home. And while you're waiting, if Ben Slater is in the house, he's from Hunter College High School in New York City. Ben, I think a lot of us read in the bios that when you were 8 years old, you made a YouTube video called The Pie Song. I checked you out. 5 years later, you still look good. You look like a young Elton John with your big glasses and your style. I hope you go onto YouTube and check out Ben. He's now 13 years old. We're now going to get a group shot of our high school and our middle school champs. Here we go. Thank you all. Are you ready? Okay, it's up to you.